Longhorns will kick this deep to begin the game. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. In this opening possession, they'll face a 3rd down and 5. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He's going to take off. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Handoff running right. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This backs vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half. A talk strategy here. The punt team making their way on the field. We'll see what he can do with the return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. Longhorns looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it here. Fights off a defender. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39. The Longhorns are looking to keep this drive going.
Chris, just by watching this guy all year, the defense better be very careful to let this guy find that rhythm. I've seen him where he goes 5 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards, and then pops a big one. Right now, he looks like he's starting to gain some confidence here early in this game.
To keep all the way in a really solid gain, Kirk, this defense was worried about stopping the QB run today.
Yeah, with a guy like this, as a defense, you got to add an extra guy down into the box area because of the threat of his legs. If this offense is smart, run this guy maybe 8 to 10 times a game because it puts so much pressure on the opposing defense. That was a great play.
And the defense smothers him for no gain. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. And the running back takes the handoff. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Lets it go quickly. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Down quickly after the catch, but the ball at the 14 sets up the red zone opportunity now. Longhorns come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Motion now from the tight end. And they hand it off to the back. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. As a design quarterback keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns. Looked like the defense thought they had him contained. Look at the blazing speed of that quarterback.
Great design run for this quarterback, and you know what kind of threat he is with that kind of speed. The defense just seemed to be out of position from the very beginning. I wouldn't be surprised to see something similar later on in this game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. Last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. And one final play before the end of the quarter. On first down, it's play action. Looking to scramble. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Running back has it on a screen now. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
On the screen.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback, and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here, they get some positive yards.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting 4th down and inches.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
So here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. And he finds his target. He has the first. Tackle, but first down.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. The pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
8th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's going to pull it down and run. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
The coverage team makes the stop on this return. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. The ball is free in the backfield. Now the defense has got it going the other way. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And the defense joins the party with a...
Touchdown. Notre Dame. Number 22. Scores for the defense.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. And the point after is right down the middle. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. Now they get set to kick it away.
Texas.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. And they'll give it to the back. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Catch made on the left side. Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks. Longhorns hustle to the line to run the hurry up. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example.
And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. Quarterback drops back in the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. They get him down after a short return, but the offense will go to work for the 44.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
He shreds the tackle. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Important 2nd down play coming up. And he'll set up to throw. Pressure is coming. He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Short pass finds the tight end. They wrap him up after the completion just short of the 1st down marker.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that 1st down marker. And now we've got a decision here on 4th down.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. That's the spin move. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no-man's land depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and you can go get a touchdown.
They crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. As a design quarterback keeper, powering through. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock. So on 4th down, they will go for it. Out comes the field goal unit trying to add 3 points before halftime. And it's good right down the middle.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. It's a squib kick, fielded by one of the up men. He's brought down at the 37 after a strong return.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas.
Hey, they roll the dice here, decide to be aggressive, and it pays off for a touchdown, and now they have the lead. They've worked themselves back to be in a great position. They got to feel great with how this 1st half has ended.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with PAT. Extra point makes the lead 4. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half.
Texas.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he's brought down just across the 25-yard line. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They get the second half started with their running play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go by the time he got the ball.
And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
How about Notre Dame sending a backer here? He comes up with the sack. A little Rudy magic on this one. And, boy, they've had some great linebacker play over the years. Of course, think about Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith, who's now in the NFL and had a great career in South Bend. Notre Dame with great history in playing linebacker.
And looking for a big play here. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away.
Number 60 on to punt it away.
Fair catch, take it at the 50. The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. It's a run to the left. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. He pulls in the catch. He'll go down, but that stiff arm earned him first down yardage.
A big play here that gets them down into the red zone. They're not thinking about a field goal, I assure you, Chris. They're trying to get 6 points.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Here we go, 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, and no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
Touchdown, Irish. And they go in front here in the second half. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, so the lead is 17-14. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They go backwards on first down, so it's 2nd and long from the 19. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Looking to make a big play downfield. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Ball carrier running through tackles. Look out, he's got some space. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And a pick 6. A monster play by this. It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Set to kick this one away. Texas.
He'll return it from inside the 5. He steps out at the 23. That's where the drive will start. The Longhorns offense takes the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. Tackle made after a solid game to spot the ball at the 34. Longhorns will crank up the tempo.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He is such...
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Brought down at the 18, and suddenly this offense is in the red zone. Longhorns looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. Direct snap to the back. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up. Offense in hurry-up mode.
Brings up 2nd down.
And the quarterback keeps it on the option. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
But the linebackers and really the quarterback and the defense on this play diagnosed that read quickly and executed it flawlessly. He just flew in and blew up the option play for a loss.
Receiver makes the grab. They finally tackle him down at the 1 after that catch and run.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
The Longhorns line up with a 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Now, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the 4th quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And the coverage team ends him in and brings him down. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Chris, that's every quarterback's worst nightmare. A wide open receiver streaking for a touchdown. You can throw a hook shot out there, let him get underneath it, and let him run to the end zone. What a missed opportunity.
And that senior toughness on display as he keeps the drive moving himself.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
third quarter of play. With the score, Notre Dame 23, Texas 21.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's escaping the pocket now. On the move, but can't find the receiver, and he's brought down.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy is as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
First down sack, pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He's looking deep here. Picked off, a crucial turnover. Going the other way, can they stop him? Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Boy, I got to question the play call right here. Give the defense credit. They get the interception. They put themselves in a spot to maybe tie this game. But what was the offensive coordinator thinking with the lead, taking a chance, and it backfires?
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Caught, completion.
This is what makes this guy so tough. It's basically an option route. With the ability to break in or out, he sets his defender up, gets leverage to the inside, and they have a nice completion.
Working his way inside the 15. Steps out of bounds after a nice gain. Finally, some show of light from this offense.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Showed off the stiff arm, but nowhere to go. He's held to a short gain. Longhorns are in the red zone now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time, or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And bulldozing his way through. Touchdown, Texas. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
You just love to see this when the game is on the line. This offensive line does a great job of executing up front, giving this back just enough room to be able to get into the end zone and give them the lead.
And they'll set up for the PAT. He knocked through the PAT, so the lead is 5 here in the fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
Texas.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. And the quarterback keeps it here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You can tell they worked hard on that in practice.
They lose yards on first down, so second and long from the 16. Play action fake, looking to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He's hit as he throws it. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right. But that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? He's moving out of the pocket now. On the run, going to heave it downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. They finally get him down. It's a big gain. Ball moves to the 47.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
And now another deep ball here. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they snuffed out the drive with the takeaway.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. He's past the 30. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns. No chance to catch him.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball and the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
They're setting out to try the PAT. Extra point up and good, so the lead is 12 here in the fourth quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Takes a shot as he gets the pass off. That one sails incomplete. He threw it too far.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. He's sacked. He'll be brought down right at the 5-yard line.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player. But
he's looking to make a big play downfield. And it's incomplete as the defense gets a big fourth down stop.
Well, down late in this football game by more than a possession, they obviously had to go for this. They just couldn't come up with the execution.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. Second down after that run on the previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Brings up third down.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. It's an option look. Bites off a defender. And still churning. Won't go down. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down. Longhorns come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Completion to the left on 4th down. No, he didn't make it. He is stopped short, so they don't take the chance to add to this lead, and the defense will get the football back. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? The DB is backing off from the line now. He's past the marker and still going. And he'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27. And the offense calls timeout with 17 seconds left. It's a solid run, gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. And the wideout goes in motion. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a designed run. Spins away from defenders. And a timeout taken by the offense to stop the clock with 12 seconds remaining. Here's the second down play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Going the other way, can they catch him? Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Offense looking to throw the ball. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. Catch made for a big game, but the fans are wondering where was that earlier in this football game. Touchdown, Notre Dame. This quarterback on fire today.
Chris, I mean, this game is essentially over, and these guys are still fighting and trying to get the ball in the end zone, and they do. Those are the kind of things that coaches pay attention to, and really you start to learn about who are your fighters, who are your foxhole guys. We're learning that about this team today.
A hard-fought game, this PAT really just a formality. So the win streak continues. Kirk, this team could have gone either way after that loss. They have regrouped and responded really well.
Yeah, I think it's important to reference that loss, Chris, from a few weeks ago, but that's now a distant memory. This team right now is firing on all cylinders, and it's going to be exciting to see how they close out the season, to see if they can make a run and see if they can make it tough on the CFP committee on whether or not they get a shot.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.